There is a storm forecast for tonight, but I'm still going out. So, going to be taking my hand crank, rechargeable, solar panel, radio, torch, power pack, my lighter, a blowpipe for the fire. Even though it didn't work properly before, I am now going to try the drone, which I got a refund for, and see whether or not I can work it with my new phone. And so I'm going to be taking the drone with me. 2 packets of noodles. My phone, my clamp-on thing for the phone. Also, I'm not taking the full new cooker set, I don't need it. I'm taking my old aluminium mini trangia. I'm just cooking noodles, but I am taking my new teapot kettle thing. So into that, I'm not going to bother taking separate containers and separate bloody things. Just 2 milk powder. I only have sugar in drinks in the morning, so nice big lump of sugar and a couple of coffee. About that. If you're in America, this stuff is about 5 times stronger than what you get in your real coffee. Because in England, we don't have our stuff diluted quite so much. Also going to be taking with me a hammock and a fork, because the spork just keeps trying to rip the mouth open, so I'm going to be taking a fork with me. Now this I'm going to put in the backpack, and that way when it gets round around it'll all just empty. So next I'm going to get some more stuff to take. I should be taking my big wagon, not the baby one. So this time I should make sure I have plenty of capacity to carry things. And I'm going to be taking 3 litres of water instead of just 1.5, because it wasn't enough last time. That is my little camping stove. Very nice little titanium thing that is. So that's in there already. Inside the main pouch I've got my big polytunnel plastic, which is very essential. That's going up fast, you see. So that's going to go there. I need that on top so I can get to it easily. Nothing there right now. And here we have paracetamol, so the medication is sorted. Have my rain jacket just in case. And of course some sweeties. So bottom of the bag goes my sleeping bag, because I can sit on that and it won't get damaged. Then we have my fleece, my little jacket, because that's going to be very essential, because it's going to be very cold tonight. No matter how hot it is in the summer, it's always bloody cold in the morning. Right, little Bergen is empty. So, sleeping bag, jacket, inflatable mattress, fly rain sheet tarp things. Starting to talk like a Chinese fucking description now. Fly shotty? It's a thin thing that goes on top of the hammock. Hammock goes in last because they've got the metal bit that's bendable. My power cord, brain. That is going next to last because that's got my big plastic, polytunnel plastic. So that goes out first if it is pissing down. I'm hoping it get out between showers. Because of how it's been pissing down for a couple of days, how wet it is, what I'm going to be taking is load of cardboard, scrap paper, energy bills and stuff, for kindling, my saw. I'm going to take my new saw. My new saw. So that should be quite handy to give a go on. I mean, yeah, it's very, very thin, but it's thicker than a wire saw. That's also going. knife. I'm actually going to carry the knife with me for a change. Normally I don't bother, but I want to actually make sure I can have a fire. And because of how the rain has been so heavy, and we're meant to get a month worth of rain tonight in a space of half an hour. So everything's going to be saturated, which means I'm going to have to cut dead branches off trees. If it's dead branches on trees, it comes off fairly easy and there's less chance of it being saturated. And I've modified the blade, so it's now double edge. So I have to wear a leg. I wore the leg brace last week. It's a big mechanical skeleton thing, but it caused more pain wearing it. So I'm just going to get extra straps around my knees for a bit more strength, and my wrist straps. But the rechargeable lighter, the arc lighter, I use a long one because it's long, you can stick it in things. Haha! But it's a case of I've not used it in 2 weeks because last week I didn't bother taking food. I just took the small bare minimum, and it still has half charge left in it because it's got like a little indicator. So that's on charge. And oh yeah, my mug. So I've got one on order. It's a nice little thing, so that's on order. That could be here within a week or two. So for the time being, that is my camping mug. It's basically a plastic pot, but it's a fairly hard plastic one. So that'll do, just for me, coffee in the morning. It's a case of, if I take anything else, ceramic, it's going to be too heavy. But I just don't want to be sipping it out of the teapot. But at least this way I can actually have a hot drink in the morning whilst it's pissing down the rain. I might have to try and find a different location because where I normally pitch the last few times it's been very susceptible to wind, which I like, but not when you got horizontal rain. I may not take a lot of this stuff, but I may also take this. This is my rechargeable USB light. It's really nice to have because I can hang it up on my power cord. There's no power indicator how much energy is in there, but it doesn't use very much. But that's going to have to go on charge as well. I've now got my little computer, my little crappy little computer, with a lot of USB-C cables sticking out to charge stuff up. Okay. Instead of having to carry knife, saw, what I'm going to carry instead is my walking stick. It's a multi-tool, multi-function thing, costs 40 or 50 quid. I can't use it on the concrete, it's too obvious, too noisy. So I'm just going to use a stick, like a twig branch. That way I won't have to bother carrying the saw and the knife or my walking stick. I can carry that. It's got a nice saw attachment I can use, which I've just tried and it works. It's got a blade which needs just a little bit of sharpening. I don't need a fine edge because I'm using it for splitting wood. Literally just to take slivers off the wood. So that way, it does come with these other attachments, which I'm not taking. Aside from the fact I can get arrested, having other attachments, and of course the whistle, I don't need a whistle. But that's got a nice little go bag. I can put it in to take it with me before I get to the woods. When I get to the off concrete type stuff, the fields, then I can put it together, use it. Until that point, I use a stick. But this way, it's a lot better for me than using a normal walking stick because there's no grip at all in the walking stick. I fell over last time and I really smacked my kneecap. So this way, it weighs a lot more than a walking stick, but it'll be a lot safer. So yeah, it's a nice thing. And I would take the other attachments, but I'm not going to need the other attachments. It's literally a case of just take the thing apart, stick it in this little gay bag. Nothing against gay bags, I'm sure straight bags are just as good. Camouflage bag for crying out loud. But yeah, that is basically it.
just all unscrews, put it in the bag, and I'm off. I'm still waiting around right now for a delivery because the delivery, I don't know what it is, if it even comes today. I don't know if it's going to or not, but I'm hoping it's something that I ordered, I think, a month ago, and that's the plastic, like a ground sheet, but it's insulated. So you've got your two silver sides, and in between you've got a foam layer. I'm hoping to use that instead of things like inflatable mattress. I mean, these are going to rattle a little bit whilst I'm walking around, but so that is that done. Let's stick it in the backpack. Fluids: 1 litre of homemade ale, that much homemade spirits, filtered, chilled drinking water, and another 2 litres of water for cooking, hot drink in the morning, possibly washing.